Hello everybody, this is my inaugural video for doing dailies on Horizland. It is actually about almost 11:30 on April 20th, Easter or Bunny Day in the Animal Crossing universe. What I'm going to do is, since I was a bit behind, I'm going to start today at 6:23 a.m. on Sunday. I had finished up April 19th about an hour ago, and I'm ready to start on the morning of April 20th. So please bear with me. I do not time travel. I adjust my time forward of the last time that I played, that I actually saved the game. So it doesn't mess with your turnips or the turnip pattern or any of the other stuff like that. I do play through every single game day. That's not an issue. So we're going to start off doing the dailies for GamingDave, who was a character originally played by my son, who has stopped playing Animal Crossing, who stopped on this particular island as soon as the credits rolled on the first KK concert. Since then, he has pretty much been my minion. I'm just going to pause a little so you don't have to watch the little island for too long. Okay, I'm back, and we are the morning of Bunny Day. It is we've got Flurry there. She's a new resident on our island. She just moved in last week. She was an autofill. I have no idea how long she was in our input queue, since this is the first time we have autofilled since 2021. She said that she came from an island called Chillville, although I cannot remember when we visited that island. It had to have been sometime after launch, because we started our island in March of 2020 as soon as the game dropped, and we visited a few friends' islands, because I mean back then everybody had Animal Crossing. Let's start this up so we don't have to suffer through another cutscene. Yes, the other two players on the island are Penguin Mom, who is my wife's character, and Steve, who is my character. I do everybody's dailies every day to keep everything up to date and moving. I guess I have a responsible streak that way. Hello, Isabel. Yes, it's Bunny Day. You may be excited, but I'm not. Yes, he calls himself Zipper, but he's actually the spawn of Satan. Hello. Alright, first thing we do is check around the yard for fossils, and then look at our mail. No change since we didn't do anything at all with GamingDave's house. Alright. Shaking the trees that we find. And we found our first fossil of the day. So we will take get rid of those because they were left over from last time. I actually deleted that stream because for some reason I couldn't see the well, not stream video. I deleted that one because for some reason the checklist wasn't showing up, and I actually recorded an hour's worth of footage for absolutely no reason at all. Okay, where's my... Shoot down that egg. Alright, is there anything else back here? No? Alright, let's see if Genji's awake. No, Genji's not awake. Because it's not quite 6:30 yet. And he is a jock. They get up at 6 a.m. So we'll pop back up there in 2 minutes. Meanwhile, we'll dig up all these eggs and or fossils. I hear another egg. Egg, yeah, probably is an egg. Or, yeah, that's an egg. One of our tasks is to sweep the beach. Hello, Fauna. We actually do not need to collect any eggs whatsoever because we have all been through Bunny Day at least 4 times so far. We have already crafted all of Zipper's items, and we have very many eggs left over from last year and from prior years. We keep an inventory of about 300 on hand to sell on Mikazan. I'm the one who does the selling. But I do utilize my family's storages to keep some inventory. Oops. What do I have in my pockets? Oh yes. I have a bunch of DIY recipes, which I should have dropped up here by the DIY tables. Hello, lag. Alright, get rid of these things. And now we're going to take this fossil and the other fossil and rebury them over here. The reason for this will become clear a little bit later. so glad when bunny day is over. The reason for reburying the fossils is up here, the Nook Plus Miles. There is one for having 3 fossils assessed. Now that pops up when you have at least 3 fossils, I believe, buried somewhere on your island. Once you dig up the fossils that are buried, it will no longer show up for any of the island's inhabitants. This marina. And we talked to fauna. So let's check those guys off. Can I talk to Flurry? Let's find out. Okay. So many eggs. You know what? I'm not sad. I'm not sad that that happened. Another one of the daily tasks is digging up bait clams. At least 10 total for the whole island. I already swept that part of the beach. Let's see. Alright, Genji should be up now. Hello again, Fauna. We'll just say hi. One more time. Okay. Give you some leaf eggs. I forgot that was a thing. Ooh, bug. And that's there for Genji. So long, my dude. See you later. Alright, let's finish our beach sweep so we can get on to the other stuff. Hello, Molly. Check the recycle bin. Nothing there. Go get our ABD miles. Check shopping. Always look at the special goods. Does GamingDave need KK Country? He does not. Let's look at the seasonal items, which we do not need, so we'll just end our session. The reason I checked the KK Slider recording is because I was on Nookazon a few weeks ago, and somebody wanted a whole bunch of the KK Slider recordings, so I cannibalized GamingDave's music collection. So now we're in the process of backfilling it with all the ones that he's now missing. I have a spreadsheet keeping track of all that. On the list, alphabetically, we are up to KK Lament, which he does not have. So we're up to the L's. We're halfway through the alphabet. There's about, I don't know, a dozen or two more that he needs to recomplete his collection. So many eggs. Hate them. Oh, nice. Good. Very good, very good. These eggs are eventually going to end up in Penguin Mom's storage. She has custody of all the eggs except for maybe a couple of dozen that I have in my storage to sell. I can honestly say that no one has ever bought any Bunny Day eggs from me. So what I'm going to do is just sell them all to the Nicklings. Filling the checklist as I go. I actually have my own physical sheet next to me that I use every day. When I'm not keeping track of everything on a spreadsheet like this. And I'm not at home, I will bring the sheet with me wherever I happen to be playing and update it and fill in the spreadsheet later on when I get home. As of right now, I've talked to all of the villagers who are currently awake. With the exception of one, who I don't know who it is yet. There is always one villager who's crafting at any given time, and it does not need to be one of the villagers who's normally awake. It can be any of the villagers. I really should just finish the beach sweep, to be honest. So many eggs. Gyroid. Since it was raining yesterday, in addition to the 4 fossils. And all these eggs, we're going to find 2 gyroids. And I haven't even looked on the upper 2 levels of the island yet. Let's just finish the beach sweep before we go any further. Those rope ladders there, well, I should say vine ladders, they were originally actual vines, but visitors to the island kept stealing them, so I crafted the vine ladders there because visitors cannot pick them up and walk off with them. Nope, missed it. There it is. Finished. Beach sweep. Did not get all the big clams yet. Pile of cash. Let's quick craft some bait so we can free up some pocket space. Eight pieces of bait that we're going to craft, and we need to find 2 more. Let's see if that... Is he still there? There he is. I missed him. 1 more clam to find. Grab the last 2. Let's scout out the upper half of the island. This up here is Steve's house, my house. And there's Daisy. Now, I'm not going to be buying any turnips today. We haven't bought any turnips for the last few weeks because really the only thing that Daisy does for us right now is send us bamboo shoots in the mail, which we really don't need because nobody buys them on Nookazon. And the turnips, it's too much stress trying to find a good price to sell them at, and you really want to get a good price. It's, I don't know. It's not as urgent as it once was, since we've all got we've got all the turnip recipes, we've got all the Nook Mile cards, and there's really no incentive to do turnip trading anymore. We don't need the bells, because each of us has over 500, well, not over 500, but several hundred million bells in our bank accounts. So it's not like we need the money. You'll notice on the spreadsheet there are two goals, well, two things to check off: water the vegetables and do the daily harvest, which would include the fruit and the coconuts and the veggies. But we don't harvest them anymore for the same reason. We don't need the bells, and it's just an extra chore that we really don't need to do. But we leave it there in case we want to add it back in the future. Here's our collective farm. We used to have a bunch of these farms all across the island, but we dug up all the veggies and put them up here because we wanted to have other stuff close to the villager houses. Up here you'll see some ad hoc vegetables that we put in: the cucumbers, the eggplants, and some mum cushions that look a lot like cauliflower. These are here primarily to keep people from climbing up the cliffs from below. There's our second gyroid. Now, all we have to do is find our last puzzle. Is that it? Nope. You will be hard-pressed to find any weeds on the island, except the ones by Henry's Pond, because we do a patrol of the island every single day. And there's his glow spot. There's some leftover shells from the previous day. What I did just there is I made a screen capture of it in case I forget where it was. Okay, now we're going to pick these up, add them to the stacks of the others that are in our pockets, and redrop them. Put the shells there. Put the eggs over here. Oops, didn't want to do that. Over here. Away the weeds. I'm going to move the gyroids down here. And the bug. Because this stuff we're going to be selling to the Nooklings when the Nook store opens in about an hour or so. Go bury that last, not the last fossil, but the last one we have in our pocket. Oh, I guess that is the fourth fossil. I must not have noticed when I dug it up. Alright, so we'll just check off the last fossil there. Okay, what else? Okay, we don't need to do anything with Red's art because we already got his 2 genuine artworks this week. I'll be back for you later. Alright, for the remaining few tasks, we need to know what Katrina's fortune for us is today. Because if we have the good money fortune, it will affect the return on those activities being the money tree, the money rock, and the bells that fall out of trees. All of those increase if you have the good money fortune. I'm just referring back to yesterday to see what the fossil count for everybody was. The reason it's shifting up and down is because I'm working on 2 screens right now. One of them is at a lower resolution than the other one, so I can't fit as much of the spreadsheet on the screen. So I have to move it up so I can see it, to update it. Is there anything in there? Not really. Well, thanks anyway, Tortimer. I'm good. Alright. We'll see what Katrina has to say to us. That's just a helicopter going overhead. And it looks like GamingDave has the good money fortune, so he's going to be shaking some trees and catching some bees. Thank you kindly. And then we'll just put a capital M. No. Capital M for his fortune. Now the other fortunes that he could have gotten, besides the money fortune, were the good friendship, the good health, or the good belongings fortune. The good belongings fortune is particularly valuable. If one of the residents gets that, we will explain at that time. boys. Get over to the rare garden. Pick that up. And bang the rocks. Now you want to claim your Nook Miles as quickly as possible after you accrue them, because you don't know which new goal is going to pop in. It might be something that you can capitalize on. Do something that covers two of the goals at once. Like for instance, they have one for catching bugs in general. You have to catch 5 bugs before you complete that one. They also have ones where you need to catch a specific bug, or fish in this case. If I catch a horse mackerel, this will count for this mile goal and this one at the same time. That way you can accumulate more Nook Miles. In this case, you'll see that GamingDave has over 3 million miles accumulated. You may wonder how we've managed to do that. As I said before, I do a lot of Nookazon trading, and one of the methods of payment for Nookazon transactions is the Nook Mile tickets. I have gotten so many Nook Mile tickets that I sell them or use them for villager hunts. I don't have to cash them in for Nook Mile tickets, so that's why the miles keep accumulating. My character, Steve, has over 4.2 million at the moment. Just finished banging these. One of the things the Good Money Fortune does, besides give you more bells out of your rock, is to heighten the chance that you can get a gold nugget out of a rock. Looks like we didn't manage to do that today. We're leaving the materials there for Penguin Mom to collect, since she keeps all of the basic materials in her storage, as well as the eggs. The seasonal materials are spread about among the three residents. I keep the quantities necessary for trading, and the overflow goes into either GamingDave's or Penguin Mom's storage. This is where the screenshot that we took comes in handy, because I cannot for the life of me remember where that glow spot was. So we'll just pop out to the thing. Oh, and it was in Penguin Mom's front yard. So we'll delete that for the moment. Go back to the game. And before we forget again where it is, and we don't have a backup screenshot, we're going to go and dig that guy up right now. And you will see, since GamingDave has Good Money Fortune, that he digs up 5,000 bells from his glow spot instead of the normal 1,000. to where each resident has their own little grove of money trees in various stages of maturity. Here's the one matured today, which we will chop down, dig up the stump, and bury the tree that we just grew. Now tomorrow, this one will have matured. Oh, there is one reason why I have to talk to Daisy, which is to get the week's buy price. In this case, 110, which is the absolute highest price that turnips will ever be. It's also sort of a good thing, because when the buy price for turnips is 110, that means the highest possible sell price at any, well, in this island's Nooklings, is going to be 660, because the highest price that it is possible for turnips to sell at is 10 times. 10 times? No, 6 times the buy price. In this case, it's 110. The highest price the Nooklings would buy it for would be 660 bells per turnip. But that depends on what the sell price is, and the random number generator, which chooses what pattern of turnips you get for that week. It's very unusual to get the maximum possible price, but it's good to know that it is possible to get it. Okay, the last thing for GamingDave to do is to get is to shake the trees and catch the wasps. Now, I'm going to show you a little trick that will enable you to rid yourself of the fear of wasps forever. Go in front of the tree with your net equipped. Shake the tree. And if there's a wasp, you will automatically turn to where the wasps are. Hit the A, and you catch the wasp every single time. No muss, no fuss. Walk off the first wasp with a D. And you'll see that the money that comes out of the tree, if you have the good money fortune, is 3 times the normal amount, which is 100 bells. What we will do on the island is to save the bees, well, wasps, for whoever has the good belongings for it. Not the good belongings, the good money fortune, because they will be able to capitalize the most. On the money, the bells that come out. If no one gets the good money fortune, it's the final player who gets to shake the trees, which is normally Steve. Wasps never bother her. I don't know why. The villagers go back crazy. I have 3, so keep shaking. I've been able to work out a search pattern whereby you can cover the entire island without duplicating where you've been. I guess you could call Horizland a lazy core island. Lazy because I've tried to set things up so that doing the daily tasks requires the minimum amount of effort. Well, you could also call it efficient core. I think I like that better. Wasp there. How many wasp nests do we have? We have 4 so far. What I'm going to do is do a quick deposit. Because pretty soon those coins would start showing up in there and it would fill in all of my available pocket space. Get rid of the wood that's there. And put the wasps that we've collected so far in storage. We're going to sell the street organ and the cordless phone later. I have to see whether we need that pile of cash DIY to sell or if it's going to go with the others, with the free DIYs. Only one more wasps to get. Now you'll find that the only place where leaf eggs spawn is in the regular hardwood trees. You won't find any eggs in the cedars that are on the upper 2 levels. Similar to the way that the ornaments will only fall from the decorated cedar trees. They won't show up in the hardwoods when it's snowing and it's ornament season. Now, if you've been keeping track, we've caught 4 of the wasps so far, which means this tree is the last tree that can produce wasps on the island. So we'll shake it. Oh. Okay. Did I miss a tree somewhere? I must have. All right. Well, we just backtrack. Get those nub miles. going to do is, after we shake these couple of trees, actually those trees had eggs in them before, so any tree with eggs will not spawn any wasps. I better put my net or I'm going to be in trouble. There are the only weeds that we allow to grow on the island. In the fall, they turn into something that looks like reeds and cattails, which the aesthetic's nice. And since it's after 7 o'clock, it means that Henry and Timmy are awake, being Smugs and Peppies, respectively. And you will see that Henry's watching the kids this week. That's part of the culture of Horizland, in that every spring, anytime that we catch a tadpole, we will gift it to Henry. So in the springtime, you'll see his place decorated on the inside with many of the tadpole cages. Just a funny little thing that we like to do. At one point, we had the villager Hamlet, and we used to catch the deep sea creature, the mussels. So he could honestly say he had the biggest collection of mussels on the island. And there's one of your dad jokes for you. Because I am a dad and I'm all about the dad jokes. If you don't like puns, then leave the channel immediately, because they will fly fast and thick. Where is that last wasp? Did I miss one of these trees in here? I bet I did. Come on. Where are you? No. No. Almost back where we started. I suppose all the narration has gotten me teensy bit distracted. And if I said that before, there we go. Huh. I was so busy picking up sticks that I forgot where I had started shaking. So there's the last bees. And since we've already got a nice size inventory of wasps' nests, what we're going to do is go over here to the crafting table, and we are going to craft honeycomb flooring, which requires exactly 5 wasp nests, which is exactly how many the island produces. So, whoever shakes the trees gets an added bell bonus. Okay, wood, leaf, and water eggs. Our sky. Update. Amy's awake. Let's go talk to her. Amy's down here. Dang egg. Hello, Tamalama Ding Dong. Okay, that's another tradition on the island. All female villagers will receive a tube top, a mermaid dress, and a mermaid tiara. Every single villager, male and female, will receive a Magic Academy robe because of the secret meeting that the villagers' secret society has. They don't tell us humans about it. Each villager will also be gifted an orange umbrella, because when you land on Horizland, you get your house and you get your orange umbrella. It's a Horizland thing. I'm just updating. My physical checkoff sheet. And that means that all of David's chores are done. There's no camper today. So, let's see what Zipper has to say for himself. Yeah, can you just ditch the shade? I don't need any passive aggressive stuff. Yeah. Yada yada yada. I'm not going to find any Bunny Day recipes because I've already got them, and I'm not going to have to craft any Bunny Day items because I've already crafted them before, and that doesn't change from year to year. So what I'm going to do is, do I have every single type of egg here? Which one am I missing? Earth, leaf, wood, stone, sky, water. Do I have any more eggs? I don't think I do. I don't think I do, and I know I don't because they're all in Penguin Mom's storage. So... Alright, what I'm going to do right now is we're going to save the game. And we're going to go to Penguin Mom's account and have her drop a load of water eggs for us. Just going to pause this for and you'll see just how new I am at this because I cut myself off there. Come on. There we go. Say hello. Hello. Penguin Mom is all about the shells. See what Penguin Mom will do, she gets all the shells that anybody picks up on the island. That's kind of her payment for letting you use her storage. What Penguin Mom will do with all the shells she collects is, let's take a peek at her storage right now, is she will craft shell arches. Loads and loads of shell arches. She's got several hundred in there now. What she will do is she will take them and then she will sell them to the Nooklings when it is the hot item of the day. The last time she did this, she pulled down over 4 million bells. So, yeah. Oh, forgot to take out the eggs, didn't I? The water eggs. And that will be nice. We'll drop them over by GamingDave's house. And Penguin Mom just laid an egg. Down on the ground, that is. You don't like that pun, do you? Too bad. And what we'll do is save the game and switch back to GamingDave so that we can finish up his, well, most of his daily activities. He's still got 3 villagers to see, Julia, Chief, and Fuchsia, who aren't not awake yet. They will wake up at 8:30, 9 a.m., and 9:30 a.m. respectively. You'll notice on the spreadsheet there that I have them all sorted by their wake-up times. It just makes it easier. Switch over, I should say switch back to GamingDave's player, GamingDave's character, and I'm going to pause this again because it takes a little long for this to load. And we're back. Drink a little here. Throat's getting a little dry. almost 12:30 real time here. I really should get to bed. And we're back again. Got all your eggs. Now I'll go see what Zipper has to say for himself. Hello, Genji. Hi, Genji. Yeah. Of course, this has enabled us to short circuit all of the digging up of the eggs, the finding of the recipes, the crafting of all those items, and we can forget about Zipper for the rest of the year. What we're going to do is we're going to bring the Bunny Day 1 recipe up here to Steve. I'm going to drop the pile of cash recipe here too. Since it doesn't seem to have needed us to do anything with the eggs, we're just going to drop them right back here. Penguin Mom. And since it's going to be another half hour before the Nook store opens, I'm going to close this out for now. And I'm going to stop recording for tonight, and I'll pick this up again tomorrow. We'll start with Penguin Mom's Dailies. Since we had to load her up, the game has already created her glow spot, and we don't want to accidentally put anything on top of the square that holds her glow spot. So we're going to close this up for now, and if you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a like, and if you want to see more of this type of content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Every little bit helps. And especially if you enjoy puns, because there will be a lot of them. A lot more, I should say. And that's it. See you in the next video. Good night. Or good morning, whichever.